What's going on? Welcome back to another Is It Though podcast. I'm sorry for the delay. It's been a week, and I hate to start things on a somber note, a sad note, but I saw some news early Monday morning, and of an unfortunate passing away of a mentor, of a teacher, someone who, a man of faith that really showed, I guess, me and a lot of people of the definition of being a leader, definition of being a man of faith. And no matter what came against him, he always remained humble. No matter, even when he succeeded, he always drove the same old truck. He was the type of person that you saw and you like that. Yeah, that's a man of faith right there. It's tough to hear the news of losing like a real person, like a real dude, like that like if I were to bring up a word of a pastor, what a pastor should look like, bam, that's him. And it's just, I'm really sorry. I'm like I'm trying to like shut down emotion. It's just like it's tough, and it's like, man, it's me right now. I'm trying to panic and trying to like bottle in some emotion, but it's just one of those things where it's like, it hurts, It's like, man, I'm just sorry. I know some psychologist sitting down was like, yes. I see he's vamping to hide down emotion. You really should let that out. Why have you feeling? It's time is just, I feel like it's my biggest enemy. It's like, I missed it. I find myself now just reminiscing on time and just reminiscing on memories. And it's just like, I find myself now in this time that I'm in right now, what you're watching right now. I don't know what day it is, but it's just, what's the next thing? What's the next step? What's the new motive? What's the new confidence? What's the new whatever for myself? It's like I remember when I was younger, like I was 24, 20, 22, and that's depressing to even say. It's like, I remember my thing was like, man, the struggle's real. The struggle's real, dude. The struggle's real. Nobody tells you what to do with your life after you freaking just bang, conquer the struggles, and now you're just, okay, what now? I find myself looking like in the mirror. It's like, what do we do, dude? It's like, it comes down to what I've been saying, what I've been talking about for the past like streams, the past month. And it's just like, for this time period in my life, this little chapter of my life, it's like, I'm starting to miss home, man. It's like, maybe, some psychologists, some sidearm psychologists is like, yes, sounds like you're homesick and you need to go home and just reconnect and just, yes, really just risk it all and go back. It's like, it would work out perfectly if I was younger, but, I'm kind of older. It's like, we've come too far. We've come too far. We passed the point of no return. There's no ships to go back to. We're stuck on this island because I burned down the boats to go back. And it's, man, it's just, it's just really just what to do, because like, it's tough. It's like, nowadays it's like okay. Yeah. I've always been of the mindset like, hey, they're going to change the rules. Wear a mask, don't wear a mask, do this, 6 feet apart, blah, 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 blah. I've always been the mindset of, hey, no matter, you can change the rules. These are the new rules. I'm going to win this in game. I'm going to win this game no matter what it takes. And that's my mindset. I've always attacked certain things when it comes to podcasting, when it comes to gaming, when it comes to battling algorithms and AI robots. I'm going to battle this thing and I'm going to get through. But now it's like, I find myself just not wanting to get out of bed and just wanting to sleep in. And it's like, man, is it all worth it? Is this worth it? Like it's, when you take care of like the financial side of your life, you really got to deal with your personal life, and you really got to, start digging out those skeletons, start cleaning up, and you really start to reminisce and look back on chapters of your life. Like, man, hindsight's 2020. Obviously, you're like, man, I shouldn't have done that. I should have said I'm sorry. I should have turned around, and maybe things would be different. And it's like, but at the same time, you can't linger in the past too long, because it's like an anchor tied to your ankle, and you'll be drowning in before you even know it. And it's just like, school and everything like that doesn't teach you certain things. Sure, it teaches you like essentially, I don't know, nowadays, common sense seems to be out the window, but like, yeah, history and blah blah blah. And the big thing with history is what they teach you. Well, I don't know if they do teach you in history more. If you don't understand history or know history, you're bound to repeat it. And it's like, okay. But they don't tell you that if you stay in history long, you're going to get stuck in the past and you're never going to move forward. And it's like, okay, that's where I find myself right now. It's like, after hearing this news, it's like, man, I'm trying to find the answer. What really drove me to the church in the first place? Was it community? Was it finding a tribe? Was it finding someone to relate to? Is when I joined CrossFit, when the 4-2, we were passing by, I think it's on Sunshine Strip. When you pass, there's nowadays, okay, there's an old bank now. It used to be a fitness zone. Now it's a Planet Fitness now. That complex, that corner of 77, there's an AutoZone. You pass by that. There used to be a CrossFit church. Yeah, CrossFit church. Oh, the CrossFit church, Here's a CrossFit church. Here's a CrossFit steeple. Look at all these people working out. Shout out to that joke. But yeah, he's like, dude, that's CrossFit, and this is not. And I was like, really? So I went to that one, and then eventually began a whole drinking the Kool-Aid and getting involved and really finding a family and really finding essentially my own tribe. And I think that's what I've come down to, like a self-scouting, when you go back in the film, when you're watching football, when you're playing football, you watch film, you understand your mistakes. And that's what I'm trying to find myself right now, is like a little bit of a self-scout here. It's like, okay, maybe I haven't found my tribe. And that's the thing, because I find myself not finding a place where I belong, finding people that I can relate to. It's like, well, common sense would tell me that, okay, if you found your tribe at a CrossFit gym, why not just join a CrossFit gym up here? It comes back to us harking to a couple minutes ago, is time. Time is always a factor. Time is always calling my name, it seems like. And it's like time is a double-edged sword to me, because time has given me the opportunity to beat the struggle financially, to dominate and have the things that I have, and not have to worry about bills and et cetera, et cetera. This is me not trying to flex. This is me just being open and real. It's like, but time at the same time is cutting me at every single inch. I'm losing time to have a phone call, to call like my dad, my mother, and my siblings, or whoever, my friends, and catch up. And it's like, because by the time I have time, it's like I'm mentally drained. If I get a phone call from a friend or from family, by the time they call me, I'm mentally drained. I'm just done with the day, and the brain is off. Like, I don't want to talk. I'm done. I'm frustrated. I'm mad. And it's like, it got to a point, like when I first lived alone, before like I moved up, like got to a point where things got so bad. Like I was mad. I was just angry, and I didn't want to talk to anybody. I shut everything off, because it's just like, it got to the point where I got tired of being lectured to. Like, don't tell me blah, 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 blah. Just like, I just need to self-process and defragment, essentially, like de-stress on my own. And it's like, it's just like, man, like, I guess I got it from like growing up, just, seeing my dad, like, as much as stuff as he wants to get done, but time is always calling. It's like, bam, 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 bam. You know, it's like I want to take a vacation and go, hell, my dad, have a conversation, be away from all this like BS, you know, and just go on a fishing trip and just like get away from us all. But it's like, you can't because time, work. But you got to work hard for what you want, right? But at the same time, it's like you're battling at the same time, like that time thing, you know? You know, and personally, and relationship side, that kills you out the fucking window, you know? And that's where I find myself now. It's like the whole, you know, RMP, you know, when we lost, you know, when I was like, when we lost Toby and, you know, when we lost, you know, now Pastor, it's like, am I doing the right things? That's why I'm like, now it reignites that scarcity, that I guess you can say, oh, that the trendy word, oh, anxiety. It reignites it to the fact, like, am I doing the right things? It's like, I don't want to just like do all these things, accomplish everything, have all these trophies, have all these accomplishments, and have a successful podcast and have everything and blah, 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 and just experience it alone, you know? You know, when you're celebrating by yourself, is it okay? Is it better to just celebrate alone, achieve everything, have pockets full of gold, but have loneliness just freaking choking at your throat? Is that worth it? Or, you know, or losing the game and being surrounded by family and friends, and you're just like, is that better and happier? It's like, I don't know, because I've always said, man, like, what is success to you? And success to me has always been just like giving everything that I got. Like, my thing is like, now it's like, I remember when I was 21, 20, or 25, and it even hurts to say that. I don't even know if I repeated this question because it's been, okay. Secret time. This is like the fifth podcast I recorded because I just don't want to just come out here on this podcast and be like, hey, what's going up, everybody? Podcast mode and blah, 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 blah. And some bad things happen and here we are. It's just, you know what? I find myself now at this point, it's like, you know, people have said, well, maybe maybe you just need to get out more. Maybe you just need to try new things. And it's like, I hear you. I hear what you're saying. I have tried new things. And it's like, but, you know, it's like, Jesus Christ, dude, what's going on with me? Like, for example, like, I went to Target today. Shout out to Target. And it's like, oh, man. It's like even going to a Target now, it's like I found myself sweating bullets. It's like I'm around people now. What the, you know, it's like, why am I sweating bullets? Why am I scared? It's like, am I more scared of the fact that I'm alone and I feel people are going to judge me? Or is it more the fact that people are just going to like, be scared of me or something? I don't know. Like, I hate trending words like, oh, that's just anxiety. You're having like public anxiety because you haven't been out in a while. And it's just going to go away for a while. I'm like, fuck all that, dude. I don't get anxiety, okay? I don't get anxiety. I dominate. Man, if you stay with this podcast, man, you're just like, man, this guy's having a mental breakdown. What if you like at about 30 minutes in, you're like, man, this guy's just been ranting. This guy's been ranting and raving and just going crazy. Somebody get him help. But dude, this whole thing has just been of warning to me. It's like conflicted. It's like, am I doing the right things? And because like what I was trying to allude to, and I don't remember if I even said this on podcast already, but like just thinking about, you know, this, like I remember looking back in like my earlier 20s, like, don't worry, it'll figure itself out. I'll find a relationship and blah, 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 blah. It all work itself out, and then we'll go from there and we'll build this life together and blah, 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 blah. And now here I am in my 30s, like, nope. Because like now it's like I can't, like, remember, like I said before, the number one reason why I can go back, but the number reason why don't want to go back. It's like all my friends now, like everybody's getting married, everybody's in relationships, and they're like, this is like a meme, like,
And I'm single, and I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have. I'm just looking for somebody who likes to have fun, and is a fun-loving type gal. Brunettes are something, and so are redheads or blondes. That's what I really want is someone who'll call me and will love me because everyone I know is married, and I don't know anybody or anything, and it's just not right because I deserve love like anybody else. I don't need to rummage through the dumpster for a playboy. God, give me a job, sir.
like that meme, like, I deserve love too, like, blah, 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 blah. The guy freaks out. Shout out to me ranting an old meme that some people will get related, get words that can relate to. But it's like, dude, but it's like, okay, we'll stop chasing it. I'm not chasing it no more, to be honest. It's just like, it's like, what can you do? It's like, what can you do? I don't know. Like, Jesus Christ, I knew it was time to give up, and I was, I'm not trying to, kiss and tell. There's no kissing or telling. But it's like I knew something. There's got to be something that is just out there that is just telling the world. I was holding the cards like, "Hey, it's not yet time." Because I was okay. So, like a true frat bro, like a true frat dude. Like, oh, I was talking to this chick one time, dude, and just I'll tell you what. No, but in all seriousness, I was having a conversation. Let me talk like a grown gentleman, like a grown adult. Even though I don't feel like an adult, not to get it too far away. Just this little side note. I thought like the switch of, okay, now you're an adult. Start acting like adult. Here I am, adulting. Well, the weather's not bad today. Oh, the Cubs. I heard they lost yesterday. How's Karen? How is she doing? Oh, how the kids? Oh, stocks and politics. I don't feel like that. I feel like I feel like myself. I feel like myself with just more, I don't know. Anyways, I was talking to this chick, right? It was just like, dude. I was like, dude. No, I was having a conversation with this girl, I potentially having trying to build a conversation to like a relationship and stuff. Someone, as you can say, fishing out. I don't know. I'm weird. I get weird when I talk about relationships because I don't want people to see this and or people to want to have a relationship with moi. Think like I'm gonna dox them every time everything goes right. I'm gonna be like Taylor Swift, and every time I get on a bad date, I'm gonna write a song. Yeah. No, that's not what it is. But it's just like I knew something is just like out of my control. When it's like this girl was telling me like we get down to the nitty gritty of okay, where things are going and blah 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 blah. And she was like, I can't date you because you remind me of my mother's ex-boyfriend of like 10 years ago. And I am like, what? What? And it's just like, I can't win. It's like, I can't win. I'm done. I give up. I'm done. I'm done with this whole thing. And it's like, and it's like, even with that, it's like, what can I do? I find myself like in this desperation mode of on the hinge of trying new things. It's like, I don't want to pay for therapy because out here doing this podcast is therapeutic. It's free. This is free. Hey, how much is this? It's free. How much is this? It's free. How much is therapy? Like $120 a session, a month or a week. How much you want to win off? It's like, dude. Oh, what through your insurance? It's like $50 a month. Or doing it per session. It's like, dude. It's like certain things. I don't really need it. Some would say like, well, it sounds like you need to get out. It sounds like you need a beer. It sounds like you need a buddy. I don't know, man. But it's like I find myself like in desperation, like trying new things. Like for example, like okay, this is probably gonna get a phone call. I've tried a few things. Like man, maybe it's time for me to just get a dog. Get a dog. Or if I was more drastic, try to get liposuction. I I don't know, dude. It's like, dude, at this point, like it's me as a small minded dude just trying to think of avenues to win the game, you know? It's like I'm trying to like, okay, is it something? Is it blah 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 blah? I don't know what it is. It's just what is it? You know? Like what can I do on my end? You know, it's like here I am in my own place and you know, my all together. I mean, here it is. You can't see it, but I'm looking at all my, and it's all together for the most part. Sure, there may be a crumbs here and there, but I'm a dude. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a clean freak. Hashtag exposed. But dude, it's like, how much time and worry, like, till it just gets you, you know? Like, I don't want to be like, you know, alone and stuff. But I don't know. C'est la vie, you know. But it's just like now, like this is me. So see now, now the sidearm psychologist, like yes, see how he's folding his arms. This is him. Yes, building those walls back up. Yes, I see what he's doing there. But dude, shout out to Juneberry. What I call it? Jubilee? Yeah, it's shout out to Jubilee and the sidearm psychologist. Like, yes, that's this. He's here. See how he closes his arms? This is him closing up, building up his walls. This is just, what is this podcast, dude? What is this, dude? Why are you watching? It's just, I feel like this is one of those chapters, and that. Sure, right now this podcast may be this chapter section of the podcast may be a little bit slower, maybe a little bit like sad, but it'll get better. It'll get better. But hell, I'm just glad that I have y'all here. You know, for whatever reason that you may be watching. But you know, because like there's been some deep times. There's been some, you know, when I first heard the news, when I just like I've had it like, okay, secret time. I've had episodes of like, of freaking out, of mentally freaking out. I find myself no matter how hard or no matter how, whatever I may be going through, I will never ever curse the man upstairs or never, you know, lash out because like, I don't know who's holding the cards up, but I'm thankful that I have the life that I have, and I'm thankful for the things that I have, and I'm thankful for the people that I get to meet, and I'm thankful for everything that I just, you know, was able to accomplish. And again, I'm sorry for like a somber, sad podcast, but I don't want it to end on a sad note. But I just want you to realize something, that hey, no matter what you go through, you're never alone. And even though right now it's like, as I'm telling you this, I'm telling this to myself too. Cause like I'm not gonna lie to you guys. The honest situation is I'm right now. I'm. It's tough to get up in the morning. It's tough to self-motivate myself in the morning. It's tough to unsnooze that god darn alarm. It's tough to just convince myself that today is going to be the day that I might run into somebody, or today things might turn around. It's tough for me to realize that, hey, if you keep going to the gym, you'll lose the weight and blah, blah, blah. It's tough for me to eat. It's tough for me to just care anymore. It's tough for me to feel. It's just tough. But it's gonna be okay. No matter what, it's gonna be okay. My friends that I've made, you know, from across the world, you know, shout out to Nick from Canada, shout out to Rai Rai from the Philippines, shout out to all my friends back home. It's gonna be okay. And that's what I tell myself in the dailies. It's gonna be okay. And I hope that you know that this stooge here, I said it on the stream, and it's like, I remember because a person of our community, I don't want to call him out, says I struggle with, you know, I struggle, being open and being okay to look at myself and anxiety and stuff like that and talking. And so I have to, do this to just to be able to talk. And it's like, I told him, like, dude, I used to be in the same boat. That's why I started podcasting. And now people just wish I shut the fuck up. I hope, man, you do not give up. And it's like, oh, man. Sorry for the waterworks, It's going to get views. But it's the real, it's real talk. It's real talk. Shout out to Kevin Hart. It's like, what more can it do? And I don't mean to sound like a sad sack of but like, hell, it's like, even though when you got your helmet on, you got your bootstraps on, you got your knees set up, you got to break through that wall and continue to hammer down and continue to bang. Fight through it. It doesn't mean it can hurt, but how would I know? How would I know? But I hope you got something out of it. I'm still processing a lot of things, and it's just like, hey, I know this podcast may be consistent. I know things may be raw, maybe real sometimes, but it's just, I want you to know that I know I do this a lot and trying to be more animated for the camera. And it's like, don't wait, till somebody's gone to really reflect on what they've done and impact in your life. It goes for y'all as much as me and myself. Don't be afraid to reach out to them, and because I was nervous reaching out to Jocelyn and Miguel and them, and it's just, but when they did, it's like, dude, it's like I glad that I did, because it was amazing to rekindle, reflect on that time. And I find myself now just, I guess you can say, like, I'm remotivated, we got the confidence, but no, it's just, even though right now everything might be dark, but hell, I will fight for just an inch of light. I'm not going to be here and stand here sad, crying on a podcast, being like, oh, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. Nah, hell no. As soon as it's over, hey, it's back to work, dude. It's back to reality. And this reality is what I've made it, and I got to make it better and figure out how to make it better, But with that said, I hope you have a good day. Oh, by the time you see this, man, I hope, man, you understand that, hey, it's gonna be okay. Brighter days are coming, and hey, man, go see a TikTok, go see a movie. Shout out to Godzilla and King Kong, man. It was good. It's a good movie. Now, this is why I pivot from emotional times to, bam, this is Trey's movie review. It's a good movie. If anything, man, call up your friends, call up your haters, rekindle and come hang out. I know I don't want to get all super political, but, it's like, hey, mask on or mask off, go hang out with your boys, or 6 feet apart, not 6 feet apart, go do what you got to do, and just, be grateful for the time that you have, and just reminisce sometimes, and don't ever forget the people that helped you come along the way, and don't do what I did. And before I left the valley, don't burn all the fucking bridges down. Go and save your friendships while you're still time on the clock. Don't give up. And it's okay to look back. It's okay to look back in your past. It's okay. But don't let it weigh you down where you can't find a future. Forward. Forward is the way to go. And with that said, I mean, what else to say?
All mine if you don't listen that much. But some of y'all don't listen at all. The same they be pushing your buttons. Got a grown man having